Right, in this video, let's try to understand the proper size of the text that's to be filled right into the text height box so that we could take a decent printout without losing the height of the text or without taking any read prints by scaling the text height. So you can read this text without zooming. That's the first quality. Now let's take some more photos, which is we could read it without any struggle, without any magnifying glass. You could read it. So let's try to design an algorithm to find out the proper method to find out the text height, size of the arrowhead for dimension, and multi-leader styles. So you could read it, right? If you can read it, follow this video. Right, the first thing is let's try to understand the size of the object, or you can say that the units which we have drawn. This is 200, so the thickness of the wall is 200 millimeter. I know that this figure is drawn right in millimeter, so let's try to take a printout of this figure right in portrait A4 paper. So the size of the A4 paper portrait orientation is 210 and 297. So there goes your paper, and I would like to scale this paper. Do not scale the drawing. Okay, you can scale it. So I could say that maybe a factor of, well, I could say 70 to 80 is enough. So I like 72, and I could move this right into here. Well, that's it. Right, maybe you can offset it if you have any chance of taking a marginal printout. If you have any chance with taking a printout of this, maybe a margin of 500 is enough. Okay, so the first thing is draw an A4 paper, scale it, understand the scale factor. Right, the next thing that we want to do here is let's get into algorithm. So you know that scale factor of the paper is 72. Okay, so what's the text height? The standard text height is 2 millimeter. Okay, so now the scaled text factor, so we can say that scaled text factor is 2 millimeter into 72, which comes to be 144 millimeter. Okay, 144. So 144 is the text height, which is great. If your figure is dead in centimeter or meter, first I'd like to convert this into millimeter. So the standard height of the text is 2 millimeters. So after converting this into millimeter, go for this formula. So the scale factor times the text height. So 144 is the current scale factor. Alright, for changing the text height, getting to styles, I'd like to create a new style which is 144. And the text size is 144. Nothing more, nothing more, nothing more. That's enough. Applied. You can close it. Next is I'd like to select similar text. Select similar. And here we have some more text. Select similar. Alright, all of these text has been selected. Now what we can do here is get into property by Control 1. And I think in text the style is 144 and text and the style is 144. That's how you'll be scaling the text. Now let's go for dimensions. Now let's get into the size of dimension. Size of dimension is same as that of the scale factor of the paper. Okay, so let's try to achieve that. So here we have a couple of dimensions here, but not visible. Getting dimension style, I'd like to create a new style, which is BBC. Allow BBC. Okay, now the first thing is the scale factor should be 72, which is same as that of the scale factor. And I need not scale the text, just having a height of 2 millimeter. And same as that of arrows, and same case for arrows, 2 and I like to change up the arrowhead style right into architecture text, and I don't want to see any sort of extension lines. I don't want to see that. Alright, don't want a precision and nothing more here. Okay, so right now we have created a new dimension style. What we can do here is go for select similar. Select the dimensions and select similar. Yeah, and these are excluded because they are having a different style. Select similar. So we have selected all of these dimensions here. Now getting back into the property and the sizes, yeah, BBC, you could see that the text is properly visible. So that's how we should scale the dimensions. Now let's see the case for multileader. Size of dimension is, yeah, this is 72, and the size of multileader also comes to be 72. Okay, which is same as that as the size of the paper. So let's try to get back into here. So the first thing is multileader style. Okay, and modified it. Right now I would like to get into the scale. Specified scale is 72. I don't want to change anything. Maybe it's not important. Now get into multileader, MLD. Now you can go for pick up the arrow and pick up where you want to have the multileader. So this one comes to be a stair. Okay, just control enter to exit. And okay, that's enough. Also, let's try to take a printout of this right now. So get into plot, and I like to, yeah, I don't have a printer, so get back into A4. I already set up some margin right in here, so I would like to go for maybe some sort of full bleed paper, full bleed A4 paper right in portrait orientation. And I like to have a window here, which is the external boundaries of this paper. Okay, center the plot. You could see that this is right fit into paper. You could see that the scale is 72, which is a perfect fit. Alright, that's far enough. Get back into preview, and that's enough. That's how you should try to scale this asset. You can say that all of these things are properly visible. Right, in this case, all these ticks are having the same height. All these arrows are proper. So this is how you should try to scale the text height right in AutoCAD.